Thank you for coming back from our replay reviews. My name is Leah.
And my name is Kathy.
We are two friends who are here to replay, review, and analyze your favorite video games. And since Kathy has never seen the games before, it helps me view them through her fresh eyes, almost like I'm discovering them again for the first time.
We hope it'll be a similar experience for you. It's the summary.
This is going to be maybe a record short episode.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what to talk about.
We're going to keep this very an organic, somewhat guided conversation.
Yeah. So, like, our first topic is our burning questions. And there's only one, which is, why don't we have any questions? What did this game do differently? Every other game we've had burning questions, things left over that we want to discuss. What's different about this game?
How should I say it? The characters are flat in a good way, where we're not leaving to debate their character arc. It just full circle comes around. It's really well done with the bow at the end. We don't have really questions about anything because we're pretty satisfied with the ending. And like things like where's Ralphie? Like those are the questions I had, and they would address that in the end. So It's not like we had a lot of questions. It's not like we had a lot of debate about the characters that we didn't already go through during our part 5.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why.
I don't want to say it doesn't have depth, because I still think the story has depth. It's just not a psychological game. And I feel like all the other games we've done have had a psychological element. Maybe. I mean, Heavy Rain for sure. Outlast for sure. What else have we done? Yakuza has just so many storylines and characters going on.
Well, yeah, you're right. It's not that I'm saying that there's no character depth. I feel like there's the way that the arc goes and the storyline goes, it closes itself on its own. There's no plot holes missing compared to like Heavy Rain, where because they took things out, it makes us question this. I don't feel like we have any kind of plot holes that are significant enough that we're going to still be debating it after we finish the game.
Yeah, they didn't overdo it. Heavy Rain overdid it. Outlast is just a psychological game. So that makes sense why we had things that we didn't understand or wanted to discuss. And yeah, I think you mentioned the characters, like all of their arcs came to a satisfying end. I think the only one is Salieri. Is the only one where we're like, what's up with him? Where is he? How is he pulling strings? Where from? I think that's really the only question we have, but we honestly don't have any information to even speculate. I feel bad saying like it's a more simple story, but it is, but that's not bad either. There's something charming about just like a simple story that starts and wraps itself up, but with the ending being so satisfying and with the family is forever. It's complete, but it still has that little bit of like, uh-oh, at the end, but not to the point where it gives you questions. So I think it's a more simple story, but it's really well done to where you're just satisfied when it's over.
Yeah, it's a really well-written, straightforward game.
Agreed. Well...
Okay, we're done.
I mean, any other things you want to say about Mafia?
No, but I can't wait to watch the next one, and I hope it lives up to our high expectations now.
It won't.
I feel like this is... Oh.
Look, I started playing it. I shouldn't judge it yet because I didn't get very far. But I think now that more time has passed since I played the first game, it'll be better. So I don't want to say it's gonna be awful, but I'm just gonna say I had much less fun playing it to the point where I got to. But I still want the story, like the gameplay is, but I still want the story.
Mafia is going to be a really good baseline for games that we don't like and games that we like. If we like a game more, it's going to really exceed our expectations, and if it doesn't, then we know it's a flop.
The center of the scale. I don't think I have anything else I want to talk about. Except, you know what? Something totally unrelated. Can we talk about grapes for a second?
Okay. Okay.
Have you noticed how big grapes are lately?
Oh my gosh. So funny.
Look,
we were
Cabby.
having this conversation earlier this week about the unrealistic grape size, and I think we were talking about whether or not we should continue buying grapes because of how big they are and if it's natural for them to be this big.
Grapes used to be a 1-bite fruit. At what point in time did grapes turn into a 2-bite fruit? I don't want grapes anymore. Part of their appeal is that they're a 1-bite fruit.
I enjoy the grapes being 2 bites if it's a frozen grape, but these ones that we're getting from Safeway or Fred Meyer's, the one you're seeing, they're like ridiculously large. They're at least an inch big.
They're practically kiwis. And I'm sorry, I have noticed recently that grapes are always large now. And I don't know what happened to grapes. Okay, anyway, thank you for indulging me in that grape conversation. Okay. I needed to talk to somebody about it. All right. You know what time it is.
It's KFC. So I'm just going to have you guess. I'm not even going to list things out since there's only so many characters and it'll be obvious. Who do you think my KFC is?
Sarah.
Yeah. Yeah. She's smart. She's witty. She's the first non-annoying female character, and I do wish she had some more game time.
Yep. Underutilized, but every time she was on screen, there were jokes, there were smarts. She had it all.
Yes. So, next one, Kentucky Scorcher.
This time you had 7 options. There were lots to pick from.
I'm more so curious about my opinions on them before knowing their characters.
Yes. So, okay, here we go. Here's the MAFIA blind Kentucky Scorcher picks. Number 1 is a picture of Sam, and you wrote, looks like a bad guy, but it's a 50-50 chance. Which is pretty hilarious considering our conversation on his character.
I knew it.
It's literally 50-50 depending on one piece of information if he's a mother or a mother respecter. Number 2 is Salieri, and you said, looks like the mentor, in quotes, of a power-hungry, low-level mafia person who grows and tries to overthrow him for power. Or he's the lawyer of the family mafia.
Oh, gosh.
Number 3. Number 3 is Tommy.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
And you wrote, pretentious-looking dude who probably went to some prestigious college. Probably not bad, but your grammar in this one is throwing me. I don't know what headspace you were in, but here's what you wrote.
Not a good one.
Let me start. Pretentious-looking dude who probably went to some prestigious college. Probably not bad, but he were to commit a crime. It would be a white-collar crime, obviously.
Don't know what headspace
I get what you were going for, but it was messing with my brain reading that. So I'm gonna say you're wrong about that one, but he can look a little pretentious if you don't know him. So I'll agree with that point. Number 4 is Polly. Looks like the consultant or the family accountant. I don't think he's the one committing crimes, but would still get in trouble because he knows of the crime and did nothing to stop it.
Oh no, he's a Frank. I thought he was Frank.
You thought he was Frank. Frank is not on this sheet, though.
Yeah.
I figured he would be too old to be in consideration, so I didn't add him.
I appreciate that.
No offense to old people. Number 5 is Vincenzo. And you said, the dude who leads the beatings and the muscle. Concise.
Yeah.
Number 6 is Sergio.
What did I say?
You said, is this dude Asian? Looks like he's the head of the rival mafia / triad who the mafia character's family is trying to do business with. He's equivalent to Sarah from Y0, but that he's more involved with the affairs. Well, you gave that one lots of backstory.
But the thing is that he could have been. Sergio could have been.
He could have been. Again, we didn't get enough Sergio. All right, number 7 is Morello. You said, the dude who's trying to strike a business deal with dude number 6, who is Sergio, probably an arms dealer. And that's it. Should I just reveal who you picked?
Yes.
All right, here's what you said.
Did I pick Sam?
In terms of blind Kentucky Scorcher pick, and if we're basing it off of whoever is good looking based on his age, then I would say number 5.
Who's 5?
Vincenzo.
Oh.
And then you continue to say, it's the suspenders for me. Smiley face. If you had chosen a different picture, I might not have picked him.
Okay. I need to see these photos, Leah.
All right. I'm sharing the screen.
Okay. Goodness, God. Now I'm curious about what headspace I'm in.
I will say the picture of Polly looks very ominous.
Yeah. I think I would still choose Vincenzo.
Based off of these pictures, or is that your choice?
Well, based off these pictures and still knowing who they are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like the blind Kentucky Scorcher and my actual now Kentucky Scorcher, based off these images, would be the same person. But if I knew the personality, I probably would go Tommy.
Is that your final? Is that your final pick?
I'm trying to make it only off of just looks without the characters. I would say Sam, just off of looks. Sam or Tommy.
I would agree. I would have picked one of them. Let's look at this. Heavy Rain, you picked someone different. Outlast, you cheated. And Mafia, you picked someone different. So the blind picks... Look, you guys, personality counts. Is what this is proof of. Irrefutable proof.
Mm-hmm. Dale Biscuit. Who do you think I chose? It's a minor character, I'll give you that. Or who would you think? How did I
Carlos' calf muscles.
Close. Very close. But as
Carlos'
chose...
butt.
But... No.
Carlo.
I was gonna say the guy with the rock hard.
Oh.
No, it's not. It's actually, no, it's actually Salvatore. Because he pissed you off so much.
I forgot about him. That's how stale he is.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I knew he was so frustrated, or you were so frustrated with him.
What a useless character.
I know.
Oh, I like that. You know, this might be the first time that I might 100% agree with all your picks.
Thank you.
Okay, should we move on to the final counts?
Yeah.
Should we start with PPs? See how many pedestrian pancakes are in the stack?
I know I said 8, but I know I'm terribly wrong. Wait, no, actually, I don't think I'm that off on PPs.
Correct. Your original guess from part 1 was 8. The total PPs was 9.
Oh, okay.
So you're within 1.
Nice.
Next up is near misses. Your guess in episode 1 was 35. 34.
Oh my goodness. I was only 1 off. I'm feeling pretty good.
You were doing pretty good. And then one of them was going to be innocent bystanders, but there was only one in addition to the PP, so I felt like that was pretty unexciting. So we're just going to scratch that.
Okay.
Next is headshot percentage, and I calculated it 2 different ways. So the first way I calculated it was total body shots and total headshots combined, and then the percentage of headshots from that. And I also calculated the average percentage of every time a body was hit by a bullet, how many body shots versus how many headshots. So there could be like 0 out of 3 or just 3 body shots. 1 out of 1, it was just a headshot. So I calculated the average percentage as well. What were you thinking when you made your guess?
I went back and I said 35% head, 65% body. So I'm just going to stick with that for both calculations.
The percentage of body shots versus headshots. That was within a margin of error because I had to eyeball these, of course. 41% headshot. The average percentage was 64.
Okay, I was still relatively close with the first one.
Yes.
So I'm gonna take it as a win.
Especially with a margin of error. I mean, you were
close. Yeah.
What jukes the stats is the shotgun, because it's a one-hit kill, and then the Tommy gun, which is, like, hard to control. It's pretty erratic. But the pistol...
Yeah. That's
the
your
pistol
favorite.
and the bolt action.
Yeah.
Well, I think you did pretty good on the stats this time.
Well, for next game.
Can you guess? Can you guess what game this quote's from?
I know how you must feel.
Let us know if you know. Okay, so next up is Scary Christmas. So next week there will not be an episode on Thursday, so don't be waiting up for that. But we will have an episode released the 24th and the 25th for Scary Christmas. Of course, it'll be a horror game. Poor Kathy. Well, we did it. Let's see. Is this going to be a record short episode? 26 minutes.
26
Pretty close
minutes?
to it. By the
We're gonna
time
be
it's edited
chopping things
down.
Yeah. We keep talking over each other. I'm sorry.
I know. We're so out of sync right now.
Yes. Okay, let's end it.
All right.
Audacity on 1, 3, 2, 1.
Thank you for listening, and don't forget to send in any questions, comments, or game suggestions. You can find all our contact info on our website, replayreviewspod.com, or contact us directly through our site.
Did we completely miss something? Are we way off the mark? Or you just want us to take a deeper look at anything from the game? We'll tackle any topics you all want to hear in our season wrap-up episode.
We also have a Reddit where we discuss anything we're curious about. Go take a look and let us know what you're thinking. Think you can guess which game is up next based on this obscure quote?
I know how you must feel.
Message us on Instagram or contact us through our website to see if you're right. Our theme music is Condemned by Eggy Toast. They'll play you out, and we'll be back next week with a new game.